Hey, welcome to Talking Hawks. I'm Brad. This is Matt. You've come to the right place to talk all things Hawthorn, particularly in the trade period. Things are heated up. The seal is broken. We've got the first trade going, and it's one that we did not want to hear, Matt, isn't it?
Isaac. Yeah.
Isaac. Breaking news.
Hawks get a round 3 compensation for Isaac going down the highway, and hard for some Hawks fans to handle the news. How did you take it, Brad?
Oh, not very well. I thought, geez, if he's going to go somewhere, don't go to Geelong. They're our enemies. I mean, my son used an inappropriate word, which I won't repeat. It wasn't a swear word, but I thought, yeah, I can see why he's feeling a bit betrayed by that. So they're our mortal enemies, absolute mortal enemies.
Yeah, it was rife on social media as well. You saw the fans, the loyalists, the Hawthorn faithful. This is not right. To me, it's a little bit more of a business these days, and the players have a choice. I don't know how you see that, but
look, I can't say I blame him. I did argue on Isaac's case, and I just said, look, Jordan Lewis did it, Sam Mitchell did it, Luke Hodge did it, and who was the other one? Obviously Birchall. Right. Yep. These guys went and did it, and you can't blame them for extending their career and getting some more dollars in the bank before it all ends. And look, my son said, yeah, but they didn't go to our mortal enemy, our absolute enemy. So I can't blame. They must have offered him some good money, or maybe it's just the fact that they played in the grand final this season, and why not load up and go again? That's obviously what they're going for.
It's a multifaceted decision, isn't it? He's a country boy at heart. He started the AFL game later in life. I think he's got some years to give, and if he's got an extra year or two for himself personally that maybe the Hawks wouldn't have given him a looking for, that could be some decent coin, but he gets the lifestyle benefits and the country benefits that perhaps he loves.
Yeah, look, I can't say I blame him. Look, for those of you who are watching today, thank you for joining. And if you like what you're seeing, you like hearing about the Hawthorn Football Club, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. We're really grateful for your subscription as well. So if you think we're doing a good job, hit the like button and subscribe for us. So now with that aside, Matty, how do you feel about getting a 3rd round draft pick from the team that finished 2nd?
Yeah, I think that's okay. On the whole, Hawks perhaps weren't expecting a whole lot, but what I was really interested in is, look, what are we going to do? What's on the list? Who can fill the gaps? Because we've lost Hendo, Smith gone. What does that mean for the club? Who's internal that we can already use? There's still a few players that haven't been signed that are an option. And then looking external. So that's just our quick snapshot today that I wanted to look at. But what did you think of getting a round 3, 3rd round compensation?
Oh, it's a waste of time. How many times have we actually passed up pick 3? It's when it gets into the 70s, which this will, generally we just don't pick anyone. So I wouldn't be surprised if we pass it up.
Yeah. Look, I think there's more options now. If you had a listen, Mark McGowan, friend of the show, jumped on with the Hawks today.
Graham Wright.
Graham Wright, yep, on Hawks Talk Trade podcast, which is new. So jump on that. Have a listen if you want to hear from some of the Hawks personnel as Mark interviews them over the next few weeks. But look, for mine, Skully has to step up straight away now. And look, in a wing position, the ball's got to get out to them, in fairness. So Hendo, Smith, Skully, they all had the backs to the wall a little bit this year because I don't know that they got the supply they needed from the midfield, first of all. But I'm still confident in Skully to give us a bit. What are your thoughts on Skully?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I think it was really tough for wingmen this season because you've got these shortened quarters and the gut running didn't come into it. Right. And guys like Isaac and Bradley Hill and Hendo and, those sorts of players that do the gut running, they start to really perform near the end of the quarters when everyone starts to get tired and exhausted. So really their roles became quite perfunctory in the end. So I think that they didn't have great years because of the shortened quarters. And I think that next year, should things go back to normal, they'll start to come into their own. So, and that's why I strongly believe we need a really good replacement for them. But my burning question is, who's it going to be? And I mean, Jared Polec is out there. He would fill that role quite well, similar to Hendo. But I mean, really, we're starting to look to the next generation. And also, congratulations to Mark McGowan on landing that gig with the Hawks as well. So obviously the Hawks watched us and thought, geez, he's going to be spectacular. So they picked him up. Well done to you, the Hawks. You've done very well. But look, I'd be very curious to see if
he's got a good resume.
Well, if you come on this show, you've got to have a great resume. So well done, Mark. But look, I'd be curious whether we can actually I'd rather we fill it internally myself.
So before I go to that, you made a really good point. Shortened quarters. The other thing is game plan. So if you've got a game plan that's suited to the MCG, yet you're carted around the country playing on who knows what ground, and it might be skinny, not fat, as the MCG is, how does that cater for the wingman? So, good luck Geelong on a skinnier ground with Isaac. Wish you all the best, Isaac. And look, I'm one of those supporters that genuinely thank a player that's contributed.
Yeah.
Triple premiership player, mate. How many clubs can boast that they've got triple premiership players? So thank you, Isaac. And look, hopefully we topple Geelong when we face them. But
absolutely. Look, it's heartbreaking that he's going to begin with, and it's even doubly heartbreaking that he's going to Geelong. And now I don't know. I suspect it may make us want to beat them next time we play them because he went there.
What was interesting when we had the first 4 rounds, when we were firing, beat Brisbane, beat the Tigers, we had something to play for in the last round. Maybe we didn't handle the hub too well, but Stratton and Poppy. Look, let's get to the wing conversation though. So on social media today, Finn Maginness was thrown up. Look, it's said that he's an endurance beast, but he's an inside bull. So for mine, he's not an option on the wing. Will Day, talent, prodigious talent. You really value what he's bringing off halfback. If he's got the engine, I'm all for it. Smart. The game slows down with Will Day. He's got that Pendlebury. He just makes space, right? Yeah. Smart decisions and got the skill to then give you the disposal that you need. For mine, Connor Nash.
Yeah,
he's been re-signed. Well done, Connor. I think he, as a tall on the wing, takes me back to the Andy Gowers day. I think Nash has got enough skill on the foot to set us up. So it might be time for Nash to be unveiled on the wing.
That's a big call, Matt. Look, he's a big boy. He's I don't know his exact height, but he's probably over 190 centimeters, right? If not more. And a wingman, and the guy's a key position forward. So imagine taking a forward and putting him on the wing. I mean, if anyone could do it, it's probably him. The guy's an absolute talent, and from Ireland. So that's an interesting call.
Look, Clarko and the Hawthorn Football Club has made it imperative to be a multi-dimensional player. So you've got options to make moves. So let's say, Will Day, he's not ready for a wing. Maybe he hasn't got the engine. You've got possibly Impey. He's had sort of half a season odd to get some endurance, get some confidence again in that knee. I think he's an option either for the wing or to backfill Day if he's ready to go off the wing. So
I like the idea of Impey being on the wing. He's actually our fastest runner. Statistically, he is our fastest runner, and I'd love to see him on the wing. It makes total sense to me having him on the wing.
Well, Jazz, thanks for watching. We need this latest time trial since you've done your knee, mate. We are fully confident. We know you've got the moves on TikTok. So, mate, if you're up for it, give us a look on the wing. A bit of spark, a bit of speed, but also for mine, CJ, yet to be signed yet. But I think CJ is someone we could also consider because he's got that X factor, and he a little bit of a leer when he was really firing. He would just take the game on, and he's almost got an unorthodox running pattern at times that if a player knows the team's strategy and where options are going to present. Yeah. I think CJ is a really interesting one for us to look at as a possibility for someone that could be, put a contract in front of him. I'm sure he'll sign.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't signed him yet, but that's interesting. Now, what about externally, Matt? What do you think?
One more.
Okay.
Pun intended, more. He's there. Last game was a cracker. I think he's got the capabilities, the running power to really prove. And he's got a point to prove. So he's just been signed. Fantastic. Good luck, young fella. I think he's another option for us. One more, actually. Jaeger O'Meara might turn a few heads, this suggestion. Oh, look, you're laughing. What goes through your mind as a Hawks fan straight away, Jaeger?
He is our most skillful ball user, and you want him on the ball at all times. If he's on the wing, you can immediately cut out 30% of his possessions. I want him using the ball more, not less. So, look, if we had the luxury of depth where we had players that were better at using the ball than Jaeger, then yeah, stick him on a wing. But I don't believe we do. So for that, it's a no for me. More, I like that idea as well. And Will Day, it never occurred to me that he could do that. I like that too. I like Will Day on the wing, and that would be good. So for me, it's Jarman Impey would be number one, Will Day number two.
Okay.
So if we're going to look internally.
Yeah, so the Jaeger bomb is conditional really on getting that midfield chemistry right. And that's something I think a little bit more game time. Mark Gowan alluded to it. It's just really getting that chemistry right or that mix. More could equally go in the middle and it's got to get out to a wing, which I said at the top. So the other option for us is Connor Downie. So we reckon he's, word is he's good to go from round one. He's a booming left foot kick. He's a 70, 80-metre player in his under-18s. He was your suckling type that would hang back a little bit, would get the ball and bomb it long and give you a goal. So
okay, so we've moved to external now. We're on to the draft. Who you think would be good for the wing?
Connor is in our next gen academy. So Downie for mine is someone the Hawks probably won't pass up. And Wright mentioned in the Hawks Talk Trade podcast with Mark McGowan that we would be prioritising picks. So for mine, that gives you more options if we've got more picks. So clubs might bid for Downie, but I think Hawks will match him. So for mine, having a young player takes me back to the days of a young Bradley Hill and Isaac Smith, that you backed them in. You were excited when they got the ball. But look, back to Downie briefly. He's known for his professionalism at a young age and, dieting and whatnot. He was super disciplined like Sammy. So if Sammy Mitch, now Box Hill coach, gets a hold of him, I'm sure they'll, hit it off and Downie might be the option to fill that void.
That's exciting. I'm really looking forward to picking him up if we can get him. So, and I can't see why not, unless we do something ridiculous like trade away our first round draft pick or second round draft pick. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Like you said, Graham Wright has prioritised higher draft picks. They want to get further up in the draft this season, which to me is bloody exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. It's what I've been wanting to hear for the last 5 years. Let's get some good young talent in. That we're certain will be strong. So, Matty, on to the next one externally. Who have you got your eyes on?
For mine, Tom Phillips is up there, and Jared Polec. So Tom Phillips, Righty mentioned he's a high quality player, and
where's Tom Phillips from?
Collingwood.
Yep.
And high quality player according to Wright. Not sure what Collingwood's wanting to do. He's a contracted player. Would be interested if it went down that line, but obviously would have to align with the priorities of the club. And Wright, said he would be interested. So for mine, that's a good look in, a good endorsement. And Collingwood, Eddie, if you're listening, there you go. Jared Polec for mine as well at North, getting paid overs there, probably a little bit out of favour. So if North comes to the party or Jared's willing to look at a little bit more conservative dollars, then I think he's a really good look in. He's got some astounding stats. He's elite in a number of categories. And
I think North would share his wage, would carry some of the burden of his wage if he were to move over. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got him. But mind you, North may want a high, a decent draft pick for him. But I'd be excited to get Polec. I actually like him. So no, last show there was a lot of disparaging marks about him from the followers, but I like him and I rate him and I think he'd be great. I think he'd be like Ricky Henderson to me, and we get a little longer out of him.
I think he polarizes a little bit, unlike Hendo. Polec's paid over, so there's a little bit more expectation on him. But he was number one for the Roos meters gain coming into the season and uncontested possessions. So second for disposals and inside 50. So boy can get a ball. Don't mind it, can run. So look, quick wrap on the back of Isaac Smith. A big day going over to Geelong. We've scored a pick, which was third round. Compensation selection, which is lovely. I don't think Righty even sort of alluded to it, didn't expect a whole lot. So there it is. That's the
great wrap, mate. Well done, Matty. Now we're going to be coming back again when the news drops. We want to give it to you as soon as we possibly can and give you our thoughts on it. So for all of you who are watching, thank you, and make sure you subscribe, hit the like button if you think we've done a great job. Tag a mate who you think needs to hear it. Also, we want to hear your opinion in the comments. So let us know who you think we should be picking up. Should we go internally, externally, or to the draft to replace Isaac Smith? With that, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys again in the near future. Well done, Matty, and take care.